Hi, my name is Mohit Rai. I'm a creative director and a celebrity stylist. And I think the style sensibility, the question of what style sensibility will emerge out of this crisis is definitely a recall of the classics. I think fast fashion and trend-based fashion, which honestly has been creating the worst kind of carbon footprint in this world, is going to take a backseat, and I'm hopefully will disappear as well. And I think a recall of classics, a recall of versatility in investment and value for money sort of outfits will definitely make a comeback. Even a beautifully made classic white shirt in the best kind of cotton, which can be worn into 10 different kind of outfits and styled in a very versatile manner across different days and different functions. I think that is what's going to become the most important thing. But apart from just style sensibilities, I think practices will become a lot more important in this time rather than just style and fashion. So I do think one of the biggest practices that everyone has to, I think, take up is humanitarianism. I think everyone has to definitely create practices within their own working environment, which are safe for everyone, where the working conditions are great, which hasn't been always been the case in our country. But I think that's going to become of paramount importance for everyone's safety, even towards the end for your consumer. I think another very important fact is recyclability and reusability of outfits. I think not being wasteful with your outfits is going to be such an important aspect. Sustainability will stop being a conversation and has to become a daily practice for most brands. And it's my personal request to people, and I implore people to start investing in younger designers, because at this point they need it the most. They are the ones driving, they are the future of fashion, they're the ones driving the economy towards the future. So definitely invest in them more. They will bounce back, but they will need help at this point. So I think these practices are a lot more important at this point than style and fashion. And I think an overall recall of just humanity is very important at this time.
Hi everyone, this is Isha Bhansali. I'm here to talk about the future of trends in fashion in the wake of COVID-19. Yes, definitely, fashion is going to be badly affected, because of this pandemic. But what I do feel is that the luxury market is going to be majorly affected more than anything, because people are going to stop spending on luxury goods. They're going to start saving, they're going to start investing. They'll probably start resorting more and more to fast fashion than they used to earlier. So I do feel that the fast fashion industry is going to get a chance to have a comeback and boost its sales. In India, I do feel handcrafted products and couture is going to get more expensive because labor is going to get more expensive. We are going to start putting more and more stress on sustainable fashion than we used to. So, we are going to put more kind of encouragement. We're going to encourage more of homegrown textiles like cottons, linens, khadis. As far as trends is concerned, we are going to go a lot more minimal than we used to. I think we went a little OTT in the last couple of years as far as trends is concerned. Now we will adopt a little more minimalistic approach to the way we look at things. Exactly like the way it happened in the Great Depression of 20s and 30s, the flounces became flappers. Even in menswear, I think the fabrics, the cuts will get a little more minimal. It's good. Same thing is going to happen with street fashion as well. So yes, I don't think everything will leave us all of a sudden, but we will look at things a little more minimally than we used to. There's definitely going to be a lot of digital appearances than before. So because I don't know how soon are we going to start traveling from one place to another. So digital appearances will definitely be on the rise. The footwear market will be slightly affected by that. So that is something that we need to watch out for. But I'm really hoping that art wins this war, and eventually, we come back the way we used to be.
With this massive pause in the industry, there will be more opportunities for creative individuals and creative freelancers. We just need to be hopeful and see the coming time as positive times. And one thing I'm a big firm believer of is not to drop down your price and not to drop down your value at work. So I would highly recommend to stand by your ground when it comes to negotiations and a discussion over your prices. Because if we bend down to brands and the clients this time, then this damage will be much harder to recover post the pandemic. Currently, we don't know the situation, what's going to happen and what sort of harm we are going to see this year or in the future. but we just have to wait out and devote this time to do something more inspiring and relaxing, which we have not had time to do that in the past.
Hi, I'm Sohiny from Green Fashion Consultancy, and today I'm going to be talking about how we do our consultancies long distance. My partner Mohit Rai and I, when we started Grain in 2018, we tried to figure out a format in which we could work with clients from all over the country. And we have clients from Delhi, we have clients from Goa, from Ahmedabad and many other cities. And with each passing project, we've actually tried to fine-tune the process and make it more qualitative. So here I'm going to be sharing a few ground rules of probably what not to do when it comes to consultancies, which will help you figure out a work method to make your process with your clients more efficient. The first point which I want to speak about is referencing. Up to what extent is referencing good? While it's easy to pull out references from Pinterest, from Google, from other designers and just send these across to your clients because then you don't have to explain. It also in the long run promotes plagiarism because there is a fine line between getting the message and then copying something or replicating something. So too much of referencing is something that we don't promote. Point number 2 is respecting a work schedule. When it comes to flexi timings and flexible hours of working, it's very easy to procrastinate and not respect each other's times. But establish like work hours within which you need to have your e-meetings and conversations. Just because a consultancy is like a long distance relationship, we don't encourage those 3 a.m. drunk calls, you know what I mean. The third point is troubleshooting. While as consultants, we have to be there to help our clients figure out a solution, we shouldn't be spoon feeding them. The idea of a consultancy is that with each passing consultancy, you make your client more and more and more self-sufficient. So if you're going to do the work for them, you're never going to encourage them to think of solutions for themselves. So a consultant is very different from an in-house partner, and that is a difference that we as consultants need to maintain. And I hope that these 3 points, which are the basics of a consultancy, can help people work long distance in a qualitative manner in the future. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Akshay Tyagi, and I'm really excited to be a part of FDCI Insights, the Stylist Insights, I believe. I know this is a very tough time for the community, and everybody is unsure as to how to proceed and what is normal and what is the new normal. And I think what is really exciting in all of this is that any adversity always gives room for change and for new beginnings. And I think this time that we've been granted allows us to really sit and examine what our practices are. And I feel as a stylist, definitely the environment and the industry is going to change dramatically. We will be a lot more cautious, a lot more careful, a lot more wary, and obviously take a lot of decisions prior to the actual look or the actual plan of the look. So I think a lot of detail will go into all of this. And I think it's going to be really exciting what comes out. And I think creativity and creative people is never something that stops. So let's hope for the best, and we will emerge out of this COVID-19 much stronger and much more prepared to take on the world of creative challenges.
Hi, I'm Ayesha and I'm a fashion stylist. I think after the lockdown, we'll be entering a new normal in terms of fashion industry, styling, and even weddings for that matter. I feel like the big fat wedding won't really come back very soon. People will want to have more intimate affairs. Even with regards to what they wear and they buy for their trousseau, there will be a sort of restraint to it. But then they will be looking for things which are more ethically produced. They'll take more time and more thought will go into what they actually want to wear, which in turn makes it more meaningful, I would think. Their trousseau, their bridal lehenga, whether the groom or the bride, I think they'll value it more. And they'll also want to get it from designers who are more ethical in their practices of production. Having said that, India is a place where we love to celebrate, and there's so many festivals. So I do think and hope when we finally get there will be more positivity. People will want to celebrate with more gusto because we had such a long period of break. And even with designers and production and styling, I think there will be ways and want to be able to produce in more innovative yet sustainable manner. Whether they're stylists or photographers or designers, we will all be hoping to look at ways to market or produce campaigns in a more innovative manner, yet being restrained with our ways and not being wasteful. And I do hope that people, again in the creative field, are able to take this time to get more inspired, to take a beat and be able to create more creative things and inspire people to be able to consume in a more ethical and sustainable manner, but also fill them up with positivity and inspire them to buy and also create themselves.